Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer. Ural, neutralize your uric acid problem now.
Good evening, you're watching KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. Umno leaders are now convinced that the MOU with the opposition is no longer relevant as the party accuses the opposition of breaking their promise. Now Umno wants the Prime Minister to dissolve Parliament and to hold an early election.
Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has called on Umno BN to immediately free itself from the shackles of a weak cooperation with the opposition. This comes after the government's failure in its motion to extend the detention period under Sosma in Parliament yesterday. Zahid said it came as a shock. The UMNO president added that according to the MOU between the government and Pakatan Harapan, Article 3 clearly states that the opposition must agree or abstain in any motion brought by the government. Zahid concluded that because the motion failed, Harapan have broken their promises, violated the agreement and completely ignored their previous commitments. According to Zahid, who is believed to be pushing for an early general election, the opposition is not interested in creating political stability.
While UMNO is blaming Harapan, many of their own MPs were absent. For example, Ahmad Maslan said he didn't stick around as he had to attend a meeting on his child's upcoming wedding this Sunday. And Najib said he had to attend court proceedings.
UMNO is trying to blame Pakatan Harapan for the government's failure to pass a bill on Sosma. The party claims Harapan had violated its deal with Putrajaya. However, opposition MPs are hitting back by pointing out that key UMNO leaders, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi and Najib Abdul Razak, were both absent from the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. Lembah Pantai MP Fahmi Fadzil said UMNO Secretary General Ahmad Maslan was also absent from the vote. Meanwhile, UMNO's Communication and Multimedia Minister Annuar Musa was disqualified from voting after entering the Dewan Rakyat late. The bill to extend detention without trial under Sosma was defeated 84 to 86. Zahid, Najib, Ahmad and Annuar could have easily bridged that gap. Zahid, Ahmad and Annuar are all playing up the narrative that Harapan violated the MOU. This is despite the MOU only requiring Harapan's support or abstaining on budget bills, votes of confidence, or bills that have been brought into consultation with the opposition coalition. The MOU also allowed Harapan to continue carrying out its functions. Asked whether UMNO could have possibly sabotaged yesterday's vote, Fahmi told Malaysia Kini that it was highly irregular that 31 government MPs were missing yesterday.
Even those in UMNO who previously rejected the idea of an early election appears to have changed their mind following the defeat of the government's bill yesterday.
The government has lost its moral ground to continue being in power, according to UMNO veteran Nazri Aziz. This is after it lost the bloc vote yesterday. Nazri cited democratic precedents in the UK. He said if a government bill is defeated, the right thing to do is to hold fresh polls and get back a mandate from the public.
The government lost. Kalau the government lost, macam mana di masa-masa yang akan datang nanti kita nak buat rang undang-undang yang tidak akan dapat diluluskan. Jadi pada saya dalam soal perception dan juga dalam soal ini, saya rasa we have no moral ground to be in a government. So saya serahkanlah kepada parti saya untuk buat keputusan. Baru-baru ni pun mereka telah membuat desakan. Ya. Pada ketika itu saya pertahankan jangan ada PRU sebab tidak ada sebab dan kita ada MOU. But today I've got no moral ground to stand here and say that, kita tak perlu membubarkan parlimen.
The government yesterday narrowly failed to pass a bill to extend a provision allowing detention without trial under Sosma. The bill was defeated 84 to 86.
Meanwhile, in the case against former banker Roger Ng in the US, more details emerge on Sosma Mansoor's jewelry shopping habits.
Prestigious New York jeweler told a U.S. court that she secured a $23 million deal to sell Sosma Mansoor a 22-carat diamond necklace. Lorraine Schwartz said this in her statement, which prosecutors entered into court records in the trial against former Goldman Sachs banker Roger Ng. The evidence provided by Schwartz contradicted former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak's claim in 2018. Previously, Najib said the diamond was a gift from United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mansour Zayed. According to Bloomberg, Schwartz was contacted by Joe Low in June 2013 to create a pink diamond necklace with a heart-shaped gem. The Bloomberg report said Rosmah asked for an 18-carat diamond, but Schwartz only had a 22-carat diamond. A deal was struck anyway. According to Schwartz's statement, she personally delivered the necklace to Rosmah aboard a yacht, with Joe Low present, off the coast of Monaco. Schwartz's statement also saw her claiming that Rosmah bought an additional US $1.3 million worth of jewelry from her in 2014. Prosecutors were looking to use both the jewelry to show how $6.5 billion in funds raised by 1MDB were diverted for nefarious purposes.
Rafizi Ramli says Harapan will need to start working now to secure at least 80 seats in GE15 because a win seems rather unlikely.
PKR Vice President Rafizi Ramli said a realistic benchmark for Pakatan Harapan would be to win about 80 parliamentary seats in the next general election.
Realistically speaking, let's try to win about 80 seats in the next general election. 80 seats, because I think 80 seats, 80 parliamentary seats, is the kind of benchmark that we need to aim for to remain as largest or second largest bloc in parliament. And I think hopefully it's doable if we pull our socks now.
Rafizi said Harapan needs to start doubling down on appealing to voters immediately in order to avoid massive casualties in GE15. He pointed to Harapan's bad performance in the Johor snap polls and warned that Harapan is in trouble as Johor is a microcosm of Malaysia as a whole.
Some people will not like it because I have been quite transparent that, I think we are looking to preserve and avoid casualties. I don't think that we are really looking for realistically winning general election. It doesn't mean that I say we cannot win. It means that if we don't do anything now and expect miracles, we should expect huge casualties.
In the 2018 general election, Harapan plus Warisan won 121 seats.
It's also worth noting that some of the government MPs missing from the vote yesterday were in fact party whips.
2 government whips were absent yesterday during the vote on the Security Offences Special Measures Act, also known as Sosma. Party whips are MPs in charge of ensuring party discipline among peers on legislative matters. They were Bersatu's Azmin Ali and Umno's Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. On the opposition side, PKR whip Johari Abdul was also absent. This was according to the Hansard for yesterday's Dewan Rakyat sitting. After the government lost the vote, several UMNO figures, including Zahid, had claimed that the government's memorandum of understanding with the opposition had collapsed. However, the record showed that there were 11 MPs from UMNO who were absent.
Annuar Ibrahim's loyalists appear to be planning a cleanup of the Gombak division, with Farhash expected to lead the charge. PKR's Farhash Wafa Salvador aims to cleanse the Gombak division of traitors by contesting in party polls. In a recent interview with Malaysia Kini, he said Gombak was a stronghold of traitors who torpedoed both the Harapan government and Anwar's ascension as Prime Minister. Former PKR Deputy President Azmin Ali once led the Gombak division. It is currently being led by Azmin's former protege and successor, Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Shari. Amiruddin's loyalty to the party is often questioned by Anwar loyalists. Farhash is widely expected to challenge Amiruddin for control of the division. Asked to confirm this, the former Perak PKR chief remained coy. Farhash said he would accept any decision made by the majority of Gombak members, even if it means not contesting for any posts. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.